I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I was listening to Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. Very educated man, speaks English very well. He was talking about Fulani headsmen. There were some blunders in what he said. He was sincerely wrong. Number one, that Fulanis are stateless people, pastoralists. That is to say, they can leave Guinea, the Futajalon Mountains, migrate, come to Nigeria, migrate, go to Cameroon, that they are stateless. I think one of the statements he said, we invited them. Now, after the Berlin Conference of Partitioning of Africa, boundaries were defined. Nationhood was defined by boundaries. And we cannot continue in the primitive mindset of the Fulanese in 2025. That you are pastoralist and you migrate with your cows must not be a source of inconvenience to the rest of native indigenous Nigerians who owned the land before you came. So this indigenization, this citizenship law that they are bringing up, that if you live in a place for a long period of time, you become a citizen, you become a native. I can now see the reason behind it. My children were born in Aba. They answer Igbo names. They speak Igbo. I speak Igbo. But that does not make me a native of Aba. The Ungwa man owns the land. And if I go to Ungwa land, I must respect their properties. I don't need to trespass. And that's what we also tell the Igbo man. When you go to another man's land, respect them. If they don't want Eze, Ndi Igbo in their community, respect that. Just like as the Oba of Benin did not want an Hausa traditional ruler in his land, respect. You see, unless citizenship is granted to you as a foreigner, you are a foreigner. Let me extrapolate a little bit further. Number one, this pastoralist system of grazing cows into people's farms is evil, is primitive, is criminal. We can't tolerate it. You don't go to another man's community and rape their women. You don't go to another man's community and kill them. You don't go to another man's community and harvest their crops to feed your cows because you are pastoralist. What kind of insult is that, Mr. Governor? That's very insensitive. The next thing is that you should realize that there are Yorubas from Seme down to Sierra Leone. I know Yorubas who can trace their roots in Sierra Leone to Abeokuta, to different parts of Yoruba land. I was in Makeni. They do Yoruba festivals in Makeni. And so do Yorubas who are citizens of Sierra Leone, Togo, Republic of Benin, now have the right to just migrate into Yoruba land and start entering people's properties, cocoa farm, cassava farms and all that, and distort whatever has been their normalcy because you are Yorubas. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Number two, there are Igbos in what we used to call Panya or Fenada Po, which is in present-day Equatorial Guinea. Igbos there. Even in Gabon, do we now go and bring the Igbos there that they should come into Nigeria and start invading people's shops and markets and creating confusion? No. There are Chinese in Malaysia, Chinese in Singapore. Does it mean that Chinese in mainland China have a right to just migrate into Malaysia, Singapore, and overwhelm them? It doesn't happen like that, please, Mr. Governor. We have entered the modern era. The next thing is that if you really love your Fulanis, you say you have Fulanis in Cameroon, your cousins. Buhari says he has cousins in, is it in Chad or Niger? That's your business. Your business. It's your business. It's not ours. They are not Nigerians. They can't come into our territory and start to cause mayhem. I give you another illustration. You see, because sometimes when our northern brethren in power talk, all their education and their exposure and their wealth seems to evaporate. Thank God for Sani, former senator that spoke recently eloquently. There are some people called gypsies or Roma. Gypsies are migrants from India. They have Indo-Aryan chromosomes. That is, they are from India. They mixed with the Aryan race and produce people over centuries. Initially, the gypsies or the Romas lived in caravans. They could just migrate to somebody's farmland and just park there, stay there, play music, do all kinds of things. And I'm sorry to say I respect the Roma a lot. I love them. I've met them in Romania. Wonderful people. I love them. They have their unique culture and unique dress code. But in those days, they were blacksmiths. Did animal husbandry. They played music. They farmed. Excuse me. They roamed from nation to nation. But it got to a point where countries had to establish laws. A Roma in Romania, as close as the names and their name is, cannot just go and enter somebody's wine field and just pluck the grapes, or enter somebody's farmland and harvest maize. It's not done. The Roma in Romania have Romanian passports. They have identity card. They have addresses. They don't live in the bush. The Roma in Bulgaria has identity card, has a national ID of Romania. Same thing with Roma in Hungary. Same thing with Roma anywhere else. And they are all over the world. You don't see that Roma should start congregating in Romania from all over the world and causing Haman. Mr. Governor, why do people think like this? You are frustrating some of us. You are bullying some of us. And then you said that AK-47 was a figure of speech after you blatantly messed up by saying that herdsmen, they have suffer harassment, intimidation, cattle rustling, and so they can carry AK-47. Sir, the Igbo trader is robbed on the way. People break into the shop of an Igbo trader. People break into the shops of Yoruba people. And so Yoruba men should carry AK-47 to their cocoa farms, to their cassava farms. It's not done. You said that Yoruba Fulani man speaks Bayelsa language, speaks Ijaw, speaks Igbo, so he's an Igbo. Is that? No. If you can keep Arewa and you discriminate against me as an Urhobo man, we are totally different people. Keep your identity, we'll keep our identity. Come to my location, fine, we have freedom of movement, but we don't have freedom of criminality. Illegal possession of firearms is a criminal offense. Use of firearms to terrorize people is a criminal offense. Invading people's properties, destroying their farms is trespassing and criminal offense. Kidnapping and rape is a criminal offense. AK-47 is not a figure of speech. It's an ammunition. It was developed by Kalashnikov in Germany, Engineer Kalashnikov, General. It is not a figure of speech. Then you started talking about criminality in your place in another video about 4 years back. Why are you northern elite so inconsistent? You speak from both sides of the mouth. Now, if you invited Fulanis to Nigeria because they are your brethren, there are enough forests in the north. Somebody listed the number of forests in the north, from Sambisa to several forests. If we had enough Fulani men with AK-47 in Sambisa, rearing cattle and doing business there, Boko Haram and ISWAP will not occupy that place. So why don't you settle them in your forests there with their guns and their whatever? When we need cows, we come there to buy and we bring here. You're making some of us who believe in the unity of this country look stupid. And I'm tending to feel that I'm really stupid. Because, sir, I'm the one that is stupid, not you, sir. Me. Stupid. But let me ask you a simple question, sir. Assuming we have Biafra, assuming we have Oduduwa state, assuming we have Wado nation, that's Edo and Delta, with agreed Wado, and maybe we join with Bayelsa to form Wado nation. Now, do you think that a Fulani headsman can just migrate into another nation that is a pastoralist? Do you do that? Sir, you have traveled a lot. You know that the boundaries between Belgium and maybe Netherlands and several other places, there are some places, the boundary between the United States and Canada is just, they diffuse into each other. But you don't cross anyhow. You will be arrested, you will pay a fine. So you think you can just cross into another man's territory, another man's farmland, another man's kingdom, and create mayhem in the name of pastoralists? Is that how we can develop this country? Grow beyond that thought, sir. I saw Meiti Allah asking the local government chairman of Kaura, Namoda local government to apologize that the way Fulanis are treated when arrested is not the same way he treats his natives. If a criminal is a criminal, a kidnapper is a kidnapper. A thief is a thief. Why do you, the Fulani elite in Nigeria, think that you are a special breed and then all the other people are your slaves? No, not those of us in the Niger Delta, not the Igbo man, not the Yoruba man. Maybe your people up there. Sir, you were sincerely wrong and selfish. We can't continue with people like you and move this nation forward in this 21st century, 25th century. The 2020, is it 21st now? I don't forget to. But in the 21st century, it don't confuse me. In 2025, we can't reason at your level. We have gone beyond you. Try and catch up with the reality of the 21st century, please. The world has moved forward. The Fulanis must upgrade and move forward. If not, you will constitute yourselves into a nuisance. God bless you, sir. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on the 18th and 19th of April. Send a message to +234 21 21 92 62. I have properties for sale. Send a message to that same number. God bless you.